Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. Excuse me. So I've got a little bit of a show and tell today. I have got some sort of makeup-y bits, well, kind of makeup-y bits, maybe more self-care bits than makeup-y bits. Excuse me a minute. I have some Wild Harvest bits to show you, a couple of things that I've made, and yeah, we'll just kind of go through them as we go on. First things first, I got some new nail varnishes the other day. Now, I typically always keep my nails painted. I used to get them done professionally, but cost, the smell in the nail clinic or nail salon, it just used to give me a blinding headache. And I found that I was really cack-handed with false nails. Even though they were really short, I would struggle to like do up jewellery. And really, what's the point of having false nails when you're a gardener like me? I don't have particularly nice hands. They're either in the dirt or I'm working. So yeah, I stopped doing that nonsense. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get false nails, but they just weren't very practical for me in the end. Anyway, so I picked up these three. I've actually got a few nail varnishes that I will show you quickly. I picked these three up the other day from my local chemist, and I am in love with them. So these are the Sinful Colours brand. Now, I love this brand. It's a cheap brand. I do believe it's vegan, although don't quote me on that because I actually haven't looked that up. But I'm pretty sure that they are vegan. I love the formula of these nail varnishes. I have quite a few of these. I think they were doing a deal 3 for $12, maybe that's the other ones that I'm going to show you. They're around $6 each, I think. And this collection is their matte velvet metallic collection. It's not a new collection. I think it's been out for like a year or something, but I've only just seen them. And I brought one, and then I watched like a review on them on YouTube, and went back and got a couple more because I really liked how they looked on this girl's nails. So the first one I brought was this one, which is called Gothic Ink, and it's a lovely, it's probably not gonna focus, it's a lovely, really lovely navy blue. And it's matte, and I've really been getting into matte nail varnishes lately. And it has a really light metallic. It's not like full-on metallic. It dries really quickly, and it literally does look like velvet on your fingernails. I'm in love with it. So I've had this one, I had this one on my nails. It lasted about 4 or 5 days actually, before it started chipping. And I use my hands a lot. I mean, I'm a carer, so I'm either washing people or I'm cleaning houses, and it was really, I found it really long wearing and quite hard, so I was impressed. So that's Gothic Ink. This one is, what's this one called? Empire Green, and this is a lovely mossy, I was going to say something else, but it's not really. It's just a really nice mossy green. And this one is possibly going to be my favourite, although I haven't used it. Dark Romance. It's sort of a browny red, almost the colour of like old blood, perhaps. Yeah, so I might put this on tonight, maybe. I don't know. But absolutely loved it. And yeah, it's really nice for autumn as well. And yay, it is autumn over here. The leaves are starting to change. It's cool in the morning and it's cool at night, so I can actually sleep. It's brilliant. I picked a couple up from LA Colours. These are two different ones. So one's a holographic, one's an iridescent. This one is, what's this one called? Mermaid. I have used this one before. It's very pretty. The light's not great. I'm by the window, but that's that one. This one is called Voodoo. It's a lovely sort of teal with like a blue and like a silver through it. That's really cool, that one. I had that on my toes for a while. I got 2 of their Mermaid Magics. These are really cheap. These are like, I think these are the ones that are 3 for $12, but I don't care. What's this one? Opal is this one. I've had that on my nails and that was really nice. This one is Mystical, and that's got a blue tealy sheen through it. Lovely. And then this one is Unicorn Sparkle, and this one is called Flurry Shine, and this is like a nice icy blue, really good for winter. That's got like a lilac-y, pinky sheen through it, so I don't think I need to be buying a nail varnish for a while. I've got quite the collection now. Oh, I picked this up. It's not very exciting. It's just Revlon, but this is the lip gloss. I wear this pretty much every day. It's my go-to lip gloss. I was going to say it's just a cheap Revlon, but this is $25 here, so it's not actually all that cheap. It's just a nice sort of a nudie mauve taupe, and I really like the formula of it. So yeah, suits my skin tone really well. So I had to pick one of those up because I had completely run out. I also grabbed these today on the recommendation of my sister. So you guys know that I am growing out my grey hair. God, I wish I could get this right the first time with zooming. So I don't have like brassy hair. I don't have brassy bras in my hair. I don't have brassy tones in my hair. It is quite silver, but the purple shampoo that I have been using is from the supermarket and I do not like it. It makes my hair really dry. It's alright for the first day and then it's just like, I don't like the texture of it. I was complaining about it to my sister and she recommended to try the Clean and Blonde from Fudge. So I picked these up today. I think they were $26 each. This will last me ages. My hair's not all that long now and I think a little goes quite a long way with these, and the smell is gorgeous. I love the scent of this. So yeah, I'm really keen to try these. Actually tomorrow is hair washing day, so quite keen for that. What else have we got in the way of sort of makeup-y stuff? Well, not really makeup. Self-care, maybe. Perfume, kind of. I brought this little pot the other day from the thrift shop. Come on. When I saw it, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. God, look at my hands. They're like... my nails are like grubby. I decided that I was going to make myself a solid perfume. So I did. I'm so thrilled with how it turned out. It smells amazing. In fact, I'm just going to put a little bit on. The colour has come from amber resin that I have used in here. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm not going to actually share the recipe because it's like my signature scent now. I have been wearing this religiously every day, but I will say that it's got a little bit of jasmine in it. It's got a little bit of violet in it. I have written it down. A little bit of patchouli. And I'm really glad that I wrote it down because quite often when I make things, I don't write down the scents and then I can't recreate it. But yes, I'm so thrilled with how this turned out. Like, oh, it's so good. So good. Okay, we'll do some Wild Harvesty bits and pieces next. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not really going to share too much about the properties. I'm not going to go like too in depth because this video will be an hour long. So I have some black nightshade berries. I have long been a lover of black nightshade. Now I would love to grow belladonna in my garden, but I'm struggling to find the seeds. There is a New Zealand website that does sell belladonna seeds, but every time I look, they're sold out. I will endeavour to keep persevering to get my hands on them. But I have used black nightshade for many years, and I have always used it for protection. That's the energy that it has let me know. That's what it's sort of transpired to me to use it for, is for protection. And I use all parts of it, the root, the leaf, and the berries. Now, and black nightshade, it can be a little bit invasive, so I've always got access to it, like around this time of the year. It grows in my garden, it grows at the horse paddock, it's definitely not hard to find. The berries take a long time to dry, a really long time, so I typically pop them in my hot water cupboard, like up the top in a back corner, and just let them do their thing. And it can take a couple of months at least for them to dry properly. I go in every few days and give them like a turn. But yeah, they look like peppercorns when they're dried. These ones are not, they're not fully dried yet, but you can see they are starting to shrivel. When they're fully dried, they look like peppercorns, or they look like elderberries. Is the word that I'm trying to get out. So you need to be careful that you don't mistake the two, because if you want to make elderberry syrup and you're using black nightshade berries, I don't think you're going to have a particularly good outcome. These are nowhere near as toxic. Black nightshade's nowhere near as toxic as belladonna, but it is still toxic, so you do have to be careful. But I love it. I love it for protection, and it's a staple in my practice. So that's that. Next we have good old pine. I've had to replace my pine because pine takes ages to dry, and the last lot of pine that I had, I obviously hadn't dried it for long, and it went mouldy in the jar. So this has been drying out for about a week now, and I think it's still probably got another couple of weeks to go. Pine, it's a classic cleansing plant, classic. You can do a lot with it. You can get pine, like fresh pine, put it in a jar, pour white vinegar over it and let it steep for a couple of months, and then use it as a natural cleaner for your home. You can infuse it and use it in like house, for cleaning your house, like around doorways, around windowsills. It's great for cleaning out stagnant, yucky energy out of your home. Something really good to do on the new moon, which is what I'm going to be doing. I've gotten a little bit lazy with my witchcraft lately. I need to get back into, you know, just good, solid hearth and home type working. So I got myself some pine, and I have access to pine, as much pine as I could possibly need for my entire life. So that's that. I feel like my camera's going to die very soon, so I'm going to power through these. I've got some lovely yarrow. You can look up the metaphysical, magical meanings of yarrow. It's great for house protection, which is typically what I use it for. I like to use the flower and the leaf. I have got some beautiful red clover. I'm going to be using this in some attraction work. I want to make an attraction oil. So I wanted some red clover, and God, it's so aesthetically pleasing as well. I just absolutely love it. It's also very good for luck. Lust magic too, particularly red clover. We have some beautiful red geranium. It looks a little bit orangey on camera, but it's a true red. It's lovely. Geraniums are hugely protective. They're great to grow around your front door. And you can get like so many different types of geranium. I grow quite a few in my garden, and I have rose geranium as well. This is just your average stock standard red geranium. this is going to be used in protection workings. It is said that you can tell a witch is a witch by the red geraniums that she grows around her doorway. So, geranium is dropping itself everywhere. I also have got some Lobelia. I just harvested this today. I felt very called to harvest it. I can't find a huge amount of information on Lobelia. I will quickly ABCD go to Cunningham's book and read out what I did find in here. It's also, one of its names is pukeweed. Gender is feminine, planet is Saturn, element is water. Powers, halting storms in love. Throw some powdered lobelia at an oncoming storm to stop its approach. Lobelia is used to attract love. I've also found a little bit in this book, which is a great little book. You can't really see. It's the Herbal Alchemist's Handbook by Karen Harrison. I will quickly... I don't see anyone really talking about Lobelia in like herbal magic and things, so Lobelia brings energy of protection, health and prophetic visions. Burn the leaves and watch for omens in the resulting smoke. Used in storm magic, both to draw a storm or to deflect one. Tradition directs the practitioner to toss Lobelia leaves in the direction in which the storm is brewing. I just felt called to harvest it. I haven't actually ever worked with Lobelia. I just grow it because it's pretty and I grow it as an annual in my garden every year. But it just might be used in my protection blend that I am going to be creating, hence why I have the red geranium. I think it might be a nice addition in there, so I will probably harvest some more from the garden because I have quite a lot of it. Harvested some lovely oak bark. This is from my local graveyard. I am going to be doing a video on, I don't want to sound condescending, I'm trying not to sound arrogant, correct procedure for harvesting, in my opinion, from graveyards. So you can look at the properties of oak. Oak is so protective, and I was completely out of it, so I actually need to get some more. I also have been harvesting orange balm, so I'm sure everyone has heard of lemon balm, but orange balm is new for me. I was trolling through the website that I buy seeds from, looking through their herb selection, saw that they had orange balm and thought, I've never heard of that before. So I ordered some seeds. It's really easy to grow and it's got one of the nicest smells that I think I have ever smelled in a herb. It looks very much like lemon balm as it's growing, but it smells like, I wouldn't say that it actually smells like oranges. It sort of has like a light floral citrusy smell with like a touch of vanilla. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't find any magical information about it. So it's one of those plants that you'll have to, well, I will have to sit and meditate with and let it tell me how it wants to be used. But I'm thinking that it will also be really nice in herbal tea as well. So I've got masses of it in the garden, and I was a bit heavy-handed when I sowed the seed, and I may have like about 12 plants of it in the garden all scattered around. Oh, it's beautiful smelling, I must say. It's lovely. Oh, it rained earlier today. I rushed out. Hubby said it was supposed to hail and we were supposed to have a storm. So I rushed outside and put a bowl outside. I got a little bit of rainwater. It didn't we didn't have a storm. It didn't progress into a storm or hail. But that's okay. I've got some lovely rainwater, and I actually store my rainwater in this wee corked, it's not going to go up anymore, anyway, this wee corked skull bottle, jar, whatever. So yeah, I saw that in there, and I like to use water, either like the rainwater, seawater, water from a lake or water from a creek. I've never actually used bottled water in my practice ever. It's just a personal preference. I just don't like the idea of it, but I understand that some people don't have any choice, and that's fine. I mean, it rains quite a bit in New Zealand, so yeah, but whenever it rains, I'm collecting it. What else do I have to show you? Oh, I was gifted this beautiful magpie feather quite some time ago, but I thought that I would show you. Magpie has been one of my totem animals / spirit animals for many years. The magpies in New Zealand they're not native. They are from Australia. They're an Australian import, and ours don't have any green on them. I believe they do over in the UK, but ours literally just look like a black and white crow. They're extremely territorial. There's often cases of where like people like posties, you know, out delivering their mail rurally and getting dive bombed by magpies, or kids walking to school. If they walk under trees where magpies are nesting, they'll get dive bombed. I've never ever been dive bombed by magpies. We have a lot of them nesting at our horse paddock, and they're not tame, but you can actually get quite close to them. They don't really have a lot of fear of humans because a lot of the pairs have been there for quite a few years, so they know they're safe. Well, that's what I think. So you can actually get quite close to them, and they raise their babies every year. And yeah, so I was gifted this beautiful feather, and I then gifted it to Morrigan. So it's always on Morrigan's altar, and it needs to go back there right now. I'll just put that there. They're very good at protecting their turf. They will see off any other bird, even hawks. Hawks get a very short shift from the magpies. In fact, sometimes it's quite funny watching them show off other birds like pukekos. They hate pukekos. Pukeko is a native New Zealand, rather awkward bird with very large feet. Beautifully coloured, but they're quite a gangly bird, and watching the magpie like shoo them off in these like very ungainly pukekos like screeching, I don't know, it's just funny. It's just funny. Okay, moving along. That's not very nice to make fun of pukekos. They can't help it, but it amuses me. They don't hurt them, they just like chase them. Anyway, the last thing that I have to show you is just a little spray that I made myself on, when did I make this? Did I make it on the new moon? I actually can't remember. I needed a new spray for like a clearing spray for my witchy room, for when I clean my altar. A good energetic clearing spray. So I came up with this. I'm not going to share all the ingredients in it because it's my own recipe and I don't want to share it, but I will say that the base of this is made from rose water and seawater, a little bit of seawater, not a huge amount, and then it's all essential oils, and there's a few crystals in here as well, and it smells absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the nicest smelling concoctions that I have made in a very long time. So yeah, I need to put a label on that, but that is for when I clean my altars on the new moon. I like to give it a spray just to keep things clear and pure and crisp, and free of any funk and free of anything stagnant. Especially good if you've got a working altar and you do regular spells on it, to give it a good clean after every working, so you keep that energy where it needs to be, where it's not clinging on to any remnants of your spell work. It's really good to thoroughly clean your altar, and not always just physically, energetically as well. I mean, altars can get quite messy, mine do, and I hate a messy altar, but keeping those energies crisp and clear and not holding on to things is vitally important around your altar, or just anywhere. Like if you've got like a witchy room, then you know things accumulate that you don't want to accumulate, so it's good to give it a good clear out, and having a spray like this is brilliant. So I'll spray a bit more around just because it's lovely. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go and get dinner ready. I don't know why I always say what I'm going to do after a video. No one gives a shit. But, yeah, okay, let's go before I ramble on. And I will catch you guys later. Take care. Bye.